Okay, this is Small Business Network Topology Part 2. If you watch my Part 1 video introduction, some of my method, Genius 3 configurations, my Part 2, I want to show you how to configure VMware workstation and install my first VM. Um, I'm not going to show you how you can create a VM from the VMware workstation, and I believe you have some basic knowledge how you can create a VM in the VMware workstation. I'll show you the settings. So I install first of all I install Windows Server 2016. Let me go to the properties, and you can see Windows Server 2016 data center. You can download from Microsoft Windows, Microsoft official site, or you can Google it, find the ISO image, ISO file. You can install trial version. This is only for lab environments to build the topology. So I install Windows 2016 OS. This this VM doesn't have any feature install or any application install. This is a fresh install. Okay, this is a fresh Windows Server 2016 installed. I am going to clone this 2016 because I want to have a few copies of this 2016. Before we clone these, we need to, first of all, you need to install everything. After that, you need to update. I already updated, take little time, so make sure you update everything. Okay, everything's good to go, and make sure you any drivers. Okay, make sure you have all the drivers installed. Some drivers, it's depend on your physical machine, and if you have USB drive installed or anything, if you want to add those USB drives to this VM, make sure you added all the drivers here. Okay, and local user group, make sure you create an account in here. Okay, so this account automatically log in once we put it up, and this account created by VMware, but once we turn into a server, we don't need this account. I mean, we using a domain credentials, but I'll show you how this works. So auto login, so you can see auto login enable. So if we change, we can do, we can put your username and password. It will auto login, so we don't need to enter every time username and credentials the server. So VMware workstation, this is a good option. Not production, it's not a good idea, so only the test environment is good. So right, and actually we don't need to create user accounts, but this is a default user account commit. So because I'm going to create a colon for domain controller, so I'm going to install DC and DNS on Windows 2016. That's a one machine, and my second machine will be DHCP server, and my third machine will be a web server. Web server I will install later, but I need DC and DHCP server to start my GNS3 project. Okay, so let me start, create small. Okay, so I create a small business network topology, and everything's good. Okay, for that, so here I need to, now everything is updated. Now I need to create a column. So how we going to column is we need to run we need to run SysPrep. Okay, and the SysPrep, and right click, run as administrator. So this is very important, because if you didn't run this, and if you colon from here, like take a snapshot or a colon, it's not going to work, because you can get the same system hardware ID to each machine, and it's going to be an issue. So always use enter system out of bug experience and generalize. Click this and shut down. So once all 2016 are installed and all the drivers up to date, and make sure VMware tools is up to date, and Windows updates are up to date. Once everything is finalized, and then you need to decide, okay, this is the time I need to clone this machine. Okay, the same procedure in a production environment. Not this, you can do it to servers for Hyper-V virtual machines. In production environment, Windows 7 or Windows 10, you do the same thing, to create an image to push for computers. This is a real world example. Okay, so now click shutdown. So now this is going to be out of box experience. That means if you start this server, it will be everything new, like starting. It's a new out of box, like it's come like packing with Windows. And when we start, so that's when we need to unpack and switch on the server, like that. So it's shutting down. Okay, so now my machine is good. Okay, so Now my machine is good. Now I can clone. So I run SysPrep and it shut down. Now it's time to do a clone. So you can create a current state in the Windows machine. You can create an existing snapshot. I'm not going to do any existing snapshot. I'm going to do a current state, so that's I can use my SysPrep image. Now you have two options: create a link column and create a full column. If you are using the same machine, create a link column, you can save some space. So you can save some space. You can create a full column, so then all the files, everything will be mirror and you get a new fresh package. Example, if this 20 GB package, you will get a 20 GB package. This one you can take to your office or take to another computer and install and up and run. Let's create a link column. That means you can save a lot of space in your hard disk. I'm going to create a full column because I want this image to backup and I want to take this image to my my other machine. I have another test environment, so I can take this one because I don't want to spend too much time or spending time to again install 2016, do the same thing. So it's good if I can clone and take to my other machine. So I click next. So this will be your first column. So make sure you have Windows Server 2016 and you can put like fresh, and you make sure you know the path, or you can save to a different path. I'm going to keep it default, but it depends. If you have a separate hard disk, you can point to that hard disk. Okay, so click cancel and finish. So now it's cloning. Okay, it takes some time to clone. Since 2016, it's very very light, like Windows 2012. So you can see I have memory 4 GB and processor 2. I did because for this image, because I want to install everything, Windows updates and all the configuration, so it will be fast. So once you created this, and once you my next video, I'll show you how we can install the DC and the DNS. Once I install the DNS and the domain controller, and I need to do some few tricks, and after that I want to degrade. Okay, because the Windows Server 2016 is a GUI. I'm using the GUI version. It takes some resources. I want to degrade to a core version so I can save some resources, because I'm going to use. Okay, I was telling you that is if I convert to core, I can save a lot of resources, and so I can run in my machine, so I can run more servers, so I can save some my resources. For that I'll come back later. So for now let's keep this as it is, and now you can see clone is completed. Okay, you can see I got another one fresh. Okay, now let's keep this one here, start touching it. Okay, we need only this server, so now we need to rename this machine DC DC1. Okay, okay, and I'm going to give 2.3 GB and processor 1. Okay, so I have processor 1, I don't need Intel VT, so one processor, and memory is 2.3, and network NAND, you just keep these two network, and I have USB 3, sound card, serial port. I'll come that to later. Just so probably you can't see this, okay, but I'll show you how you get these, because once you integrate with the GNS3. So this is the basic, and click OK. So as you see now, one I colon this one here. Okay, so make sure you this fresh, do not touch this. Okay, just keep it. So once you want to do a DHCP server, do a colon again. For that I'll come later. And now DC is ready to do. My next video I'll show you how you can run DC and do all the configuration, install the domain controller and the DNS for GNS3. Thank you for watching my video, and you can share, and you can give a thumbs up, or you can give me any comments regarding this, and more videos to come. Have a good day.